Good morning everyone. I'm back with a new video based on chapter 2. Name of the chapter is Python Pandas 2 and the topic which I am covering today is iteration and binary operation in data frame. Some portions of this chapters are cut, but this is not cut. Before I start with iteration, I want to explain you again about series and data frame. If you will see three tables, here first and second are series and the third one is data frame. Series is a one-dimensional object that can hold any data type. It has only one axis. If you can see these two examples of series, it has only one axis, one column is there and indexes are provided for each and every element of the column. While data frame is a two-dimensional object, it can have data in rows and columns. It has two axes. You can see it is having two columns, apples and oranges, with index of each and every element which are written in these two different columns. So this is the basic difference between data frame and series. Now in the data frame, today we talk about iterating. Iterating is used to give output in the form of rows or in the form of columns. So we will come across two new functions in that. First is iter rows and another one is iter items. Here, iter rows methods iterates over data frame row wise, where each horizontal subset is in the form of row index comma series, where series contain all column values for that particular row index. Means we have to provide index of the row. Whatever index we will provide, according to that full row will be displayed once, then a second row index, so second row full will be displayed, then third, like that. While iter items method is used to give the data in the form of column, means vertical subsets will come, and when we talk about iteration row, horizontal subsets will be displayed and the index will be syntax will be column index comma series. Means for that particular column each and every value will be displayed by using iteration items method. So these two different functions we will use if we want to display the output in the form of rows or in the form of columns in the data frame. One more thing you have to take care when we talk about iteration row. So whatever rows we are providing, whatever index we are providing, data of full row will be displayed, and for iteration item, whatever column we are providing, data of full column will be displayed as the output. Now see, first method in this particular table, df.iteration rows. In this iteration rows, if you can see four different circles, and these four circles are actually row wise or horizontal circles. So whenever we use iter rows functions, output will be displayed row wise, means all the values of yr1, yr2, yr3, which are three columns heading, in first row values will be displayed. Then qtr2, which is the index of second row, its output will be displayed, then qtr3 and then qtr4, means answer will be displayed row wise. And whenever we use iter item methods, in this particular method, content of full columns will be displayed, means yr1 for qtr1, yr1 for qtr2, yr1 for qtr3, yr1 for qtr4. So actually it is giving column wise, that's why it is iter items. Similarly, it will go for second column and third column. So this is the basic difference. One gives horizontal wise and one gives vertical wise. Now I am sharing one example of your book. Kindly pay attention. First of all, you have to import pandas as PD, which is the basic and the common command. Now you have to create a data frame. While creating data frame, you can use any method, list, dictionary. So see here, di cells. This is the object for the variable name. yr1. yr1 is the first heading of the column, and then qtr1 means actually it is dictionary and two-dimensional dictionary. qtr1 is the key and its value is 3000, qtr2 is the key, value 2000, qtr3 is the key and value 3400. And similarly you can go with qtr4, qtr5, whatever you want to, you can go with that. So that all this qtr1, 2, 3 and 4 are actually rows for the first column yr1. Similarly, wire 2 is the another column heading with 4 different rows, qtr1, qtr2, qtr3 and qtr4, and similarly we'll go with yr3. Kindly pay attention, here we have a slash before qtr1. It is used to change the line. If you are writing in the same line, then you don't have to change it. Now df1, which is the object of data frame. pd.dataframe is the constructor which we use to create the data frame, and by which data we are creating the data frames. It is stored in di cells. That's why we are writing in di cells. So till this command we have created a data frame with 4 rows, qtr1, 2, 3 and 4, and 3 columns, yr1, yr2 and yr3. Now till here I think it is clear. Now we are using iterating function. For, if you remember, we have studied a loop, for loop. In this for loop we are starting from row and we are going till row series. In is used when we want to give the range. What is the range? So df1 dot iteration row means whatever row is coming first time, that full row will be given to the variable row and row series. Now print row index and then row. So see the output first. First of all, in the output it is giving the heading row index, and in front it is writing qtr1 because for the first time value of row is qtr1. qtr1 is the first index for the row. So that's why when we are writing print row index row, it is giving row index as it is, and value of row is qtr1 when the loop is running first time. Second is containing. So containing is also coming as it is. Now row series function. This row series is actually giving the data of that full row in all 3 columns. You can see the output. yr1 3000, yr2 3100, yr3 3500. So all the value of yr1, yr2, yr3 for row qtr1. I hope I'm clear. Now loop will go again up. As we know this thing that till the condition is not false, the loop will go on. Again it will go up. Now row will be 2 for the second time, and again when it will enter in the for loop, the row index, then its value of the row, it will go on till qtr4. I hope it is clear. Now next function is iteration items. In the iteration items also you have to create a data frame which is similar what we have done in the previous example. Here also we will use for loop, but instead of row and row series we will write call and call series with the iteration items function. And column index, after column index call, so it will give heading of the column, and for that full column when we write in the print call series will give the value of full row for that particular full column for that particular row. So see the output. When the loop is running first time, value of call is yr1, which is the column heading, first column heading. Then containing will come as it is, then call series. This column series will give you first row of column 1, second row of column 1, third row of column 1, fourth row of column 1. Name of the column and its data type. When loop will go second time, it will go to the second column, that is yr2. And again for yr2, qtr1, qtr2, qtr3, qtr4 content will be displayed. Again loop will go up by iteration items. Then value of column index will be yr3. And again it will display all the rows qtr1, qtr2, qtr3, qtr4. So it will go on till all the columns will be completed. Whatever columns you have, it will go for all the columns, and for all the columns each and every time when we are going in the loop, this loop will display values for all the rows which are given in that particular column. I hope it is clear to you all. The next example. In this next example again we are importing pandas as PD. We are creating a dictionary. Key of the dictionary is name. Then again it is a 2-dimensional dictionary. Name with Ram, Pam and Sam. Then another key is marks 70, 95 and 80. Now while creating the data frame we have to use an object, so it is df. By using pandas we are creating, so pd.dataframe. Data frame is the constructor which help us to create the data frame. Now in the bracket we have to give the data, and data is stored in dict. Then index, whatever index you want to provide you can give. So roll number 1, 2 and 3. Now till here it is clear. We have 3 index, roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, and 2 columns, name and marks. In the name column, Ram, Pam and Sam will come, and in marks 70, 90 and 80 will come. Now we will come to the next line, which is a for loop. For I comma j in df dot iteration rows. Print j. Now we want to go for j. See the output. When we are writing print j, it is giving marks 70 and name Ram. Then name and data type, and then line. When this line is coming, the loop will be completed only one time. Again we will go up. Now second time when loop is running, value of marks is 95 with the name Pam and the heading is RN2. When line is printed, again we will go up, and then marks, name and the name of the index with its data type. Are you getting this I comma j? Since we want a j to be printed, that's why it is going like that. Marks and then the name and then its row head, index of the row. Index of the row is coming by default, but j is actually giving marks and name. Are you getting this? By using this iteration row, it is giving row wise actually. Name and marks, it is the first row. Then name and marks, this is the second row. Means RNO1 is the index of the first one. So first row, second row and third row are printing in this particular question. Now same example I am sharing with you, but instead of writing iter rows, we are using iter items. See here, fourth line. For I comma j in df dot iter items, and print j only, and then dash. This dash is clear to you because when this dash is coming, the loop is completed once, and then again dash means loop is completed the second times. Now how many columns we have? We have two columns, name and marks. That's why the output is coming two times only. For the first time when we are printing j, row 1 70, row 2 and row 3. Name, marks. Name is the heading of the column. Then dash 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 will be printed. Then again we will go up. Now loop is going second time. When loop is going second time, second column will be displayed, and second column index with the index. So index is RNO1, RAM, RNO2, PAM, RNO3, SAM, and then name of the column, which is name and its data type. So in the previous example, when we were using iter rows, rows was printed one by one. And in this example, when we are using iter items, columns are printed. First column, then second column, then third column. Whatever column we have, you will get the output in the form of column or the vertical one. I hope it is clear. So these two methods are used to display the answer horizontal wise or the vertical wise according to your requirement. Now see the next one. In this example, again we are creating a data frame as it is, as we have created in the previous examples. Now in this one, if you want to see the output, we will use loop for I comma row in df iteration rows, row wise. Now which row you want? So in the row, we will write the heading of the column. Heading of the column is marks. So what will come in marks column? Different marks 70, 95 and 18. So 70, 95 and 80 marks are displayed in that particular column, which is name of the column is marks. So whatever column name you want, you just have to write heading of that column in the square bracket and then row function. This row function will going to give you output from all the rows of that particular column. Now see, I row in df iteration rows, print row marks. What is the first value of marks for roll number 1? 70. The first 70 will be printed, then dash dash dash, then we will go up to the loop again and we are entering in the loop second time. Then for the marks column, what is the value of the second row? It's 95, so it will be printed, then dash dash dash, which is coming under 95. Then again we will go up third time, and then when we enter in the print row marks, so for the marks column, third value is 90, so that will be printed, and then dash dash dash, again we will go up, but the loop is false, so no output will come. I hope it is clear. It is used to display the value of a particular column row wise, and for that we will use row keyword and the column name. Now the next topic is binary operations. As you know very well, binary operations means when we are dealing with one operators and two operand. That is known as binary operation. So in the data frame also, where data is in the form of a table with rows and columns, we can use binary operations. Binary operations means operations requiring two values to perform, and these values are picked element wise. In binary operation, the data from two data frame are aligned on the basis of row and column indexes. Now, binary operations are of four types: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now see, I am sharing a screen. In that we have four data frames: D1, D2, DT, and D4. D1 is having 3 columns and 3 rows, D2 3 columns, 3 rows, D3 3 columns and 2 rows, and D4 2 columns and 3 rows. Now how we will perform addition in that? So for that, see the example down, fourth table number 5, D1 plus D2. When you will use D1 plus D2, output will be same, because output will be in the form of the same rows and columns, because in both the tables we have same columns. So 1 plus 10 will give you 11, 2 plus 20 will give you 22, 3 plus 30 will give you 33. And since both have same columns and same rows, so answer will also come in the same format. Now see the second one, D1 plus D2. We can use D1 plus D2, or we can use D1 dot add function and then in bracket D2. So it will also give the same answer, or we can go with D1 dot radd, R-A-D-D, D2. So it will also be used for the same purpose. Now in this next slide, you can see we are adding D1 and D3. Now here D1 and D3 are not having same rows and columns. D1 is having 3 rows and 3 columns, while D3 is having 3 columns but 2 rows. So how data are added? See, 100 plus 1 will give you 101, 200 plus 2 gives you 202, 300 plus 3 gives you 303. Similarly, we'll go with the second row with index 1. But in the third row, we have 7, but we do not have any third row in D3. So what is the answer? NA and not a number for the whole row. You can again use D1 plus D3, or D1 dot add in bracket D3, or D1 dot R add D3. All are same if you want to go with that. Now in the next one, we are adding D1 and D4. Again, D1 and D4 are not having same rows and column. D1 3 rows 3 column, but D4 2 columns and 3 rows. So with A and B will go as it is, 1000 plus 1, 2000 plus 1. But there is no C column in D4 data frame. So what is the answer? NaN, NaN. I hope it is clear. When data is not available in one column, so in place of both the columns, answer will be not a number. Column will be there, but answer will be NaN, because 3 plus nothing is not a number. Again, you can use D1 plus D4 plus operator, or you can go with function dot add, or you can go with function dot raddt. Till now it is clear to you. Now in the next video, I will explain subtraction, multiplication, division, and I will share some more examples with you. Thank you.